What it do, what it do. Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'ma up the level with them every time.
Shakur Stevenson!
I mean what I say, lines on the cover.
Oh! Charlo just dropped Lewin with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the morning after show. Don't worry, KO will be joining us real shortly. All right. Now, I want to thank you all for coming in, and remember to set y'all clocks an hour early. And I appreciate that. And man, oh man, we got a lot to talk about. Okay. We got content creators just acting a fool. We got Turkey acting a fool, and much more. We got Chance Crawford. He in his feelings. That's what it is. You know, like I was saying last night. Pretty much why Chance Crawford don't like Gervonta Davis. He said he don't know why, but we know why. Because he sells. He's recognizable. He's markable. And you're not. That's the bottom line. Forget about accolades. All right. Now, let's see who all in the building before KO get in here. All right. Yes, sir. Let's see who all up in here. All right. Yes, sir. KO waiting on the computer to get started. All right. Firing it up. See, what I do is I don't turn my computer off. All right. When it's time to update it, they let me know. Then I update it. Bam. And then I'll just let it go to sleep. All right. Now, all right, here we go. We got all things up in here. What's going on, all things? Salute to you, baby, for being the first one here. All right, yes, sir. Richard Porco. What's going on, Mr. Porco? All right, appreciate you coming on in here. All right, salute to you, brother. All right. Yes, sir. We got Clark Bay TV. It's up in here. We got Cutter up in here. We got Dr. Marks. He's as flawless up in here. Oh, yes, sir. I'm thinking about my daughter when she was defending Tuesday. And man, oh man, she didn't have no revisions or nothing, man. Dr. Hanson, baby, here she come. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Now, who else we got up in here? David Toussaint is up in here. DC Dre, baby. All right. Yes, sir. DC Dre. How you feel about Lamar Roach? Huh? Lamar Roach, good fighter. Man, solid fighter. I told everybody that. But now he's starting to smell his panties. All right? Yeah, his panties, not draws, his panties. All right? Now he's getting a little bit too cocky now. He's getting a little bit too cocky. All right? If you want that second payday, you better close it. Okay? It is what it is, baby. That's what it is. All right, Mark West, St. Louis in the house, baby. What's happening? Oh, yeah, I'm back at work. I'm back working, baby. I'm back working. You know that. Yes, sir, man. Oh, man, I think we finished last night about 12:30. All right, something like that. All right, but hey, I'm back again, baby. Yes, sir. The grind don't stop right here. AJ64, what's going on? All right, yes, sir. Salute to you. What's up, Chris? What it do, baby? We got Joseph Jackson up in here. What's going on, Joseph? All right, what's going on, JJ? Yes, sir. No, that man talked about his wife start annoying this guy. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember that. Yes, he did. But Chance Crawford started it first. Now, y'all can keep on acting like y'all annoying because Chance Crawford started it first. Right? And Gervonta Davis finished it. You know, that's all. He started it first. And I know why he did that. Because Shakur Stevenson is his homie. That's why he said something in the first place. See, he don't remember that. See, that's funny. That's how people, people funny. People remember what they want to remember, if you know what I mean. He know damn well. And I got it. I got the video when he started. Well, you can't really tell if he said something first or not. And you can go back, then you can go back, and then you can go back. you know. But you know what? It's all good. They never fight each other. If they see each other to fight, I'm quite sure, you know, with security and everything, and it's just smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. Terrence Crawford don't sell. Tank Davis does, and that's how it is. But Tank don't have all the accolades like Terrence Crawford got. You know, so it's kind of balanced out. But one thing about it is, Terrence, you can't eat them damn belts. Okay? He can't eat them damn belts. All right. We got Brian King. Foul. Come on, baby. Happy Sunday, OG. Yes, sir. Hey, I won't be back to Wednesday, y'all. Okay? They got to finish doing this work on my mouth. All right? They got to finish doing it. It's a process. You know, then the screws go in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. All right? So I don't know why they got to scare it out. Just do it all in one, but anyway. Now we got Terrell Jackson. What's going on, TJ? How you feel? We got Opening LDO TV. What's going on, Opening? All right, yes, sir. I rock with Opening LD. That's my guy. All right, Cam Network. What's going on with you, baby? All right, salute to you. All right, yes, sir. Who else we got in here? What's going on, Bashan? Bashan Jordan's up in here. He said, yo. All right, yo, you to you. All right, we got Zach. Oh, what's going on, Z? All right, man. And we got Knockout Boxing TV. Yes, sir. Drop the link in the chat, KQ. My email tripping. Okay. No problem. All right. Your email tripping. Okay. Hold on, baby. I got you. Okay. I just saw you though. Okay, there you go. Okay. Hold on. I got you. All right. This is only for Knockout Box 86 TV. Okay. Anybody click on it, you won't get up here. All right, there you go. Knock. Knockout or boxing. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Who else we got up in here? Let me see. We got the Butcher. What's going on? Time to hurt some feelings. Yeah. You know what? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. I hope y'all feelings are not hurt. This is boxing. Y'all do know that, right? Hey, JJ, Joseph Jackson, you know this is a boxing, right? I hope you ain't gonna be crying and shit like that and this and that. Cause y'all was acting like O.J. Simpson, waiting on Tank Davis decision from the New York State Athletic Commission. That's just how y'all was acting. But without further ado, oh man, I call myself the OG, and I call him the Young G. We talking about none other than 86 TB. They call him KO. They call him Knockout Boxing 86 TB. He is the debate king on YouTube. That's what it is. Nobody want to go against him. Everybody's scared. All right, let's bring up none other than Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on?
KQ, what's up, man? Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. I definitely can. All right.
Hey man, you gotta stop calling me that, man. You know they like to talk about me on panels and make videos about me behind my back and shit now. So
but that means you're doing something right.
You gotta quit calling me that, man. They scared out here, man. These boys shook. You know what I mean? Idols become rivals, homeboys become enemies type ish, man. You know how that shit go. But how you doing this morning, man?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. I'm real well rested, and you know, I didn't go nowhere last night. I did a live stream last night, you know, and that lasted for a couple hours. So, you know, we just kicking it. That's all. Just kicking it last night. And but what's going on with you? How everything going?
Yeah, man. Same. Not much, man. Same. Kicking it with the wife and relaxing and ready to talk about the hottest news in boxing, man. Turkey out here got these boys on their knees. He done fooled the whole game, even though he didn't fool you and I. The Tank Davis, Lamont Roach decision. Lamont Roach reacted to it. Certain segment of fans are in the uproar, and you know, it's a lot coming up in boxing, man. A lot to talk about, man. You ready to get to this?
Oh yeah, most definitely. All right, let's get it started. Okay, holiday, everybody here. Everybody hit the like button.
Already. Well, let's start here, KQ, if you don't mind, man. Let's talk about. Uh-oh, my bad, bro. My stuff tripping. I'm gonna hop out and come back in.
Okay. Quick. What's going on? What's going on, my sister? All right. Anybody else pop in? Big Supreme. What's going on? All right. Salute to you, man. I went on Showbiz IG page, told him to stop crying. Of course. I mean, they actually, their feelings are hurt. Why? Man, why their feelings are hurt? I don't understand that. Man, I don't know. I don't understand that. You know, man, did Knockout take my thing with him? Man, hold on, Knockout. I said, did you take my thing with you, man?
Nah, man.
Hold on. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, it be doing that, man. When somebody come in and come out with something new on StreamYard. I don't know what's going on, man. I think one of these Devin Haney fans, one of these Shakur Stevenson fans, got a hold of my internet and did something to it because they don't want to hear the truth and shit. I don't know what's going on, but we here, man. we ready. Like I was asking you though, man, because I know we need to get this show on the road. What I was gonna ask you was, Turki Alalshikh, man, he made a few moves over the week that people are surprised at, not you and I, but one of those moves, obviously the biggest one that we'll get into this morning, he started a promotional company with Dana White. They went into a partnership, TKO Promotions, and he said he about to crush all the promoters that he been working with. He said Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, Bob Arum, Frank Warren. He said all y'all boys on notice. Yeah, I'm coming to crush y'all, man. What do you think of his partnership with Dana White? What are the implications that it has on boxing? And just what was your overall reaction when you saw the move made by Turki to join forces with Dana White and try to start a new boxing league under TKO Promotions?
Well, I wasn't surprised, like you say. I wasn't surprised. I didn't know what his first move would be, but I knew from the get-go that he came over here with no good intentions. That's what it was, and everybody felt for it. And then the promoters. Eddie Hearn was bailed out by Turki, and I'm talking about DAZN. I'm sorry, DAZN, and he pretty much now owns a piece of DAZN. That's his platform right there. Then you got Ring Magazine. He can control the narrative, because now I don't know about you all, but I'll say this: Ring Magazine, I looked at as the Bible of boxing. That's what they used to call it. But when Oscar De La Hoya got held to it, then it was trash. It was trash. Now, Turki is getting a little bit cocky now. He said if he can put that fight on in Alcatraz, he'll lock all the promoters up and won't not let them go. Now, he is really getting cocky against the other promoters. Don't bring that WBC belt up. So Maurice Sulaiman, he had a problem with that. And I don't blame him. Because everything was peachy and creamy, right, y'all? So y'all say he was saving boxing, right? Now he about to destroy it. He about to destroy it from the inside out. Now, of course, the TKO boxing league that he's starting, he know he got in the bed with the devil. The dictator got in bed with the devil. What a mix that would be. Because Dana White don't pay his fighters. Dana White do not pay attention to no other combat sport except boxing a little bit. We are talking about the same Dana White that used to carry the bags of Floyd Mayweather. That same Dana White that don't like Victor Conte. That same Dana White that called Oscar De La Hoya a cokehead. That same Dana White that don't pay his fighters. Is this what y'all want? Is this what y'all asked for? Well, you're going to see. You're going to see. What you asked for, you might just get it. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be pretty. But one thing about it, you couldn't fool Al Heyman. You couldn't fool a PBC. You couldn't fool Tom Brown, Floyd Mayweather, Samson Lewis. You cannot fool them. They knew what it was. Remember, Al Heyman's always 2 steps ahead. He knew they was coming a long, long time ago. But the fighters, that's the ultimate decision. The fighters. He won't control over the fighters, but he won't get it though. Cause I got an inkling feeling the fighters gonna say, "Hey, I won't fight on no league and nobody's there and nobody, you know." So that's all I got. Go ahead and knock out.
I mean, a lot of what you said, you hit the nail right on the head, right? This idea that people had that somebody from Saudi Arabia, who, as you and I know, comes from a dictator, he's acting at the behest of his dictator, is telling him exactly what to do and how he wants stuff done. Somebody that comes from that type of regime, that type of background, has that type of belief system, they're not coming over here to work with you. They're not coming over here or coming into boxing to be your friend. They're coming into boxing to take that issue over, for lack of a better word. And promoters and fighters were fooled by him. They thought he was coming over there just to give money freely, when in reality, he was infiltrating. He was trying to learn the way that they do their business. He was trying to get loyalty from fighters. These promoters were naive enough and greedy enough, I should say, to believe that he was talking directly to the fighters because he thought that it was best for boxing. No, he was talking directly to the fighters to try to circumvent you, go around you, and then end up getting the fighters to become more loyal to him. And I think he pulled the trigger way too early. I don't think he has enough of a foothold for this to work. But the fact that a lot of people were thinking that Turki Alalshikh was somebody that was coming for the benefit of the sport, when I tried to warn them, and I've heard you warn people on multiple occasions, that he's not coming for the benefit of the sport. He's coming for the benefit of his country. He's coming for the benefit of his Saudi Arabian mission, and that is to find another way to make money and bring revenue into their country, because 60 to 70% of their revenue comes from oil. Well, the world doesn't use oil as much as it used to. And by the year 2032, I believe it is, the way that we use oil is going to reduce by about half. So they're trying to find different ways to make money, which is tourism, which is why they're building all those cities of the future. They're building all these resorts, building all of these arenas and stuff. They're getting FIFA, the World Cup. I believe it's going to be there in 2026, if memory serves me correctly. So they're doing a lot of things to show you that the goal is to get stuff and bring stuff back to Saudi Arabia. And I was trying to tell people, and you were trying to tell people, and it was always there, right? He's getting his money from the government. So how can you think that he's not making a government type of move, right? His money is coming from the PIF fund. The PIF fund is a government fund of Saudi Arabia. So he's not coming over here playing games, bro. He wasn't coming into boxing to using Saudi Arabia money so Saudi Arabia can make every other country rich. So he could come over here and make the UK promoter rich, make the American promoter rich, look out for the American fighters, look out for the UK fighters. No, he came over here so he could try to take over this sport. And now people are waking up to it. So I'm not surprised by it. And he showed you who he was already. But the mere fact, like you said, you alluded to some of the things about Dana White, right? So the fact that he chose Dana White as his partner, someone who, as you said, doesn't pay fighters a lick, right? When you look at Conor McGregor, when you look at Francis Ngannou, even the rainbow-haired kid, I think his name is Sean O'Malley, what do they all want to do? They all want to box because that's where the money is at. They can't get no money over there in the UFC, right? So they all trying to become boxers. Sean O'Malley want to fight Ryan Garcia. He want to fight Tank Davis. Conor McGregor wanted Floyd Mayweather, right? He made more money fighting Floyd Mayweather than he made fighting anybody in the UFC. And then you look at Francis Ngannou, he got more money in one fight against Anthony Joshua and more money in one fight against Tyson Fury than he got in his entire mixed martial arts career. So not only does Dana White not pay fighters though, KQ, he also gets sued by him. All right, he had a huge lawsuit where fighters were suing him for underpaying, and then he rarely lets them get any type of sponsorship money outside of what the UFC got going on. So like when they were sponsored by Reebok, your ass is wearing these Reebok gloves and these Reebok shorts, and you're gonna throw it on your t-shirt. Now they sponsored by Venom. Everybody got a Venom t-shirt on there. Everybody, you gonna bring You like Monster energy drink? So what? You want a Monster? Nah, bro. We sponsored by Red Bull. You better get this Red Bull. Like they got playing over there, man. So the fact that he chose him should let you know exactly what type of timing Turki Alalshikh is on. If you didn't know already, maybe people should start listening. And that's all I got on him and Dana White. Do you got anything else on that? Because I want to continue the conversation. I got something else I wanted to bring up about Turki. Do you got anything else on that in particular?
Oh, well, yeah. You know, like I was mentioning, how Maurice Suleiman wanted to face off with Skull and Canelo. Well, first of all, you know, both fighters, they wear the belts and they face off with their belt on. Well, Turki was wearing the belts. And Turki told Maurice Suleiman, we don't need that WBC. Pretty much get out of here with that shit, right? And Ronaldo, hey, no, he earned this. This is his. And so Canelo had to intervene and get in between them. Now, that's Canelo. Now, Demetrius Bivol. Now, I don't know if you got this on your agenda, but Turki said something to Demetrius.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and talk about it. Let me just lay the groundwork for the people. Then you got it. That was going to be the next thing I brought up. That and the stuff you said about Mauricio Suleiman. But we can go to Demetrius Bivol first. So for those of y'all that are joining the chat, first of all, smash the OG like button. Let's run these likes up, right? Donate to his channel. Got the super chat right there. Got the Cash App down there, $275 KQKC. Y'all make sure y'all show some support for the OG and the hard work that he's doing over here on this channel, man. Y'all show him some love. So that's first. But the Demetrius Bivol said,
shout out to Ty too in the Cash App. I appreciate you, Ty.
Mm-hmm. Salute. So Demetrius Bivol versus David Benavidez was actually ordered by the WBC, right? And so Turki didn't like that because he has other plans for Demetrius Bivol. So he told Demetrius Bivol, and I'm paraphrasing because I had it pulled up on my phone, but now I'm doing the show on my phone.
I got it right here.
Yeah. Go ahead and read it to him so they can know what he said. Go ahead and read it to him.
Okay. Well, Turki said he tells Demetrius Bivol that you know who has delivered for you and who hasn't delivered for you. My advice to you is don't be late because every day something will change.
Yeah, and before that, the first part of that quote, he said, I'm no longer interested in David Benavidez versus Demetrius Bivol. So, which goes back to two things, right? And I'll let you cook. Number one, are y'all sure he wants the best fight the best? Because I have a hard time finding a fight that's better in the 175-pound division. And then number two, what do you think of that, KQ? Him basically telling Demetrius Bivol, don't you dare fight David Benavidez. Don't you listen to the WBC. And then, like you said, with the belts and stuff, what do you think of that whole situation with Turki, man, and what he did on stage, and then also what he said to Demetrius Bivol?
Well, first of all, what he said to Demetrius Bivol is basically, listen. Now, I'm not gonna go as far as saying a threat, but indirectly, he's saying, listen, I did this for you, and I gave you an extra few dollars. You owe me. Now, yes, you've been ordered to fight, but you don't have to do what they say. You can do what I say. Other words, are you with me or are you without me? Because if you without me, I can make it rough for you. Because things change every day. So that's what I take from that. I take that always a dictator, always raised as a dictator, always will be a dictator. So if it's not my way, then it shouldn't be the highway. That's what I take from that statement. And also, what I take from what he did with Canelo Alvarez. I take from that is that I'm showing who's the boss. Now, we got the cameras here. We might not have the crowd, but we got the camera. And I'm going to let everyone know who's the boss. Matter of fact, I hold the belt. I got the Rain magazine where I owned, and I got this belt that I made. So, therefore, I'm going to hold on to it. And then I give it to you all, whoever the winner is. So, he want to know, he coming through the door, not knocking on the door. He not banging on the door. He kicking over the door. That's what he's doing. And he letting everybody know. Everybody on goddamn notice that, listen, it's a new sheriff in town, and I'm about to take over y'all. All right? I'm about to take over. I got the means to do it. I might not have the license. I might not have the promotions. I might not have the fighters, but I will. But I will. So that's what I take from it, knockout.
Yeah, man. I think that's a really good observation. I think to add on to that though, and kind of dive deeper on it, bro. Like, it's no coincidence that he's doing that. And Bivol was ordered to fight a fighter that he doesn't have control over. He met with David Benavidez. David Benavidez came to Saudi Arabia. He didn't bend his knee. He's staying loyal to, you know, Samson and what Premier Boxing Champions got going on. And so Turkey don't have control over him, so he don't want that fight. If Benavidez would have signed a deal with Turkey, kind of like Monster Inoue did, or kind of like Jared Anderson did, I guarantee you he won't Bivol versus David Benavidez. Now, part of me is not really tripping because I do believe Better Beef deserves his opportunity to get his belts back. So I'm not too mad about it, but you can clearly see Turkey is making moves, and he wants to fight the best. He wants the best to fight the best as long as he has control over it. He wants the best possible fights as long as he's the one that's putting on that fight. It's gonna be the same thing. Everyone that thought he was coming to bring something different, and I told him, KQ, he's nothing more than what you've already seen. He's coming in. He only wants in-house fights. He only wants his promotional company putting on the fight. And if you're not rocking with him, then he ain't trying to make the best possible fight. So now we have an opportunity for David Benavidez. It looks like it's gonna go by the wayside, and the WBC is probably gonna end up stripping Bivol if he goes to the Better Beef fight. And now that's not fair for anyone, right? Now Better Beef doesn't get his shot back at Undisputed. David Benavidez, he either gets elevated to WBC champion or he fights somebody that we know he's going to beat for the belt, and then people are going to say he's not the real champion. So everybody loses. Nobody wins from this, right? And I'm telling you right now, he thinks that it's going to be easy to go against all these sanctioning bodies and all these promoters. These dudes in boxing for about 2-3 years, they'll all come together, act like he don't exist, and get him the hell up out of here. He won't have no fights to put on. He keep on playing with people like that. The WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, they'll start ordering all kind of stuff and stripping all his champions if he keep playing. All his champions be going in the fights, and they'll start to get stripped, and they'll start getting mandatories called left and right if he keep playing with them, man. So I'm very interested to see how this unfolds. Now, Dimitri Bivol did say, I'm ready for what's next with my best team, Matchroom, Turkey, and all that. So it seems like he's going to be loyal to Turkey and keep David Benavidez again from another opportunity. And just really quickly on that, man, I know you've interviewed David a couple of times. I'm a huge fan of his now. He's earned my fanship with the types of fights he puts on and his attitude and demeanor towards the sport of boxing. But man, when is this young man gonna get his shot to show how good he is, bro?
Thank you.
At what point does boxing do the right thing and give this young man the opportunity? He was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory for years down at 168 pounds. Canelo never fought him. He puts himself in position to be the mandatory in multiple sanctioning bodies, KQ. He's the mandatory in the WBA and the WBC. And he still can't get a champion to fight him, man. And now another champion, Dimitri Bivol, is about to duck him and go fight another fight. Like, at what point does boxing take up for him? At what point does he get an opportunity to show how great he is, bro? Like, what's your thoughts on David Benavidez and how they doing that young man? Because I don't like it, bro. I think it's unfair to him, man. It really is. What you got on that?
Well, you know, I talked with Samson about this, and they standing firm. Yes, they took the invitation to go to watch the fight, and being courteous, being a part of the sport and things like that. But they are standing firm. They don't want to fight over there. They want to fight here in front of his hometown crowd, or pretty much in front of his fan base. He believes that he built his fan base over here, and they should not be deprived of him fighting. That's what he believes. Now, yes, it's unfair because everybody was Canelo. Then here comes the Mexican monster, knocking out everybody, fighting everybody. Matter of fact, he's been a mandatory for I don't know how many years. And then, bam, Canelo still won't fight him. He said he hasn't done anything. What else do you want this man to do? So David decided, okay, I make my own lane. I go to 175. I can get fights there. Them guys not scared to fight me up there. I know they're not. And he only had one fight at 175, basically. And now, here he go. And they said this. They told him this. They promised him this. That he would get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. And they ordered it. And now Turkey said, listen, I'm not going to bid on it. I don't want that fight. I don't want that fight at all. I'm canceling that fight. He can't cancel shit. All right? Only the sanction body can strip him or cancel it or whatever. Turkey just saying that, listen, Dimitri Bivol, I got your back, but you got to have mine too. So don't forget what I done for you. Now, I don't know, is that a threat or how you want to take it? But that didn't sound right to me. And the history of that country, sometimes you might have to take it seriously because things can't happen. And I know Dimitri Bivol, he got a son, and he wants what's best for his career.
Mm-hmm.
And like Turkey trying to wreck his career. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to save him. I think, in my personal opinion, I think he's trying to save him for Canelo. I think Canelo's deal is this first fight against Skull. Then he got the Crawford fight in September. Then they talking about he gonna get the winner of Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks. And I think Bivol is probably gonna be that last fight. And he doesn't want Bivol to lose those belts before Canelo gets to him. That's what I believe is going on with Turkey right now, because again, the people that he's doing this with, like if you just look at his behavior, KQ, you look at the Carlos Adames situation and the Hamza Shiraz situation. Carlos Adames is a premier boxing champions fighter. You look at David Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol situation. David Benavidez is a premier boxing champions fighter. You see the play. You see clearly that he's waging a war against PBC specifically, and now that he has the TKO promotion, he's going to try to go at all of them. So my advice to guys like Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and Frank Warren and Oscar De La Hoya, you better start doing your job. Better start doing your job, man. Like them days of Turkey funding your operation, just throwing money at y'all, that shit's over with. You better start doing your job. Straight up. So we'll see how this plays out. And I'm also interested because Eddie Hearn had some comments, and we'll get there. Eddie Hearn says the league is not going to work. He told Turkey the boxing was popping before you got here. It's going to be popping when you gone. And he doesn't agree with what Turkey is doing. And Dimitri Bivol is under contract to Eddie Hearn. He's a matchroom fighter. So what do you think the dynamic is there? Because Eddie Hearn could be like, no, Bivol, this is the route that we going. You're not going to go over there with Turkey. We're going to go ahead and make this Benavidez fight. We're going to do business with PBC for this Benavidez fight. We think it's a bigger fight, and this is the fight that we want to make. What do you think of Eddie Hearn and his comments and his stance with Turkey? Because he kind of got in his feelings a little bit and got his feelings hurt with Turkey's new decision to join to partnership with Dana White, man. What you think Eddie's next move is going to be?
Well, when you said that he got in his feelings, of course, you were getting your feelings too when you offering to shine a man's shoes because you think he is so much the top of the tops. Now, you made a fool out yourself. You've been in boxing for ages. Your dad been in boxing for ages. You know boxing, Eddie. You know boxing. Turkey don't. Turkey got the mind of a 5th-year-old, a 5th grader when it comes to boxing. All he has is the money, and that's very limited. Why you think he had to come over here and partner up with someone? Because they told him not to spend no more money in the United States by yourself. Now, partnering up with somebody, okay, that's different. So now Eddie, he's in his feelings, like you said. And I think Eddie is going to pull out every stop he can. Oh, so you want to lock us up in Alcatraz and throw away the key? He thought that was funny when he said about Tank Davis, talking about how the grease and stuff like that. He trying to be a jokester now. I got more subscribers than his ass got. So therefore, listen, Eddie Eddie and Bob. Now, Bob is the face of Top Rank. He doesn't run the day-to-day operations. Todd the Butt does. But Todd is staying the course. Everything that Top Rank has done and he had learned, he is still holding it down. He's holding down the matchmakers. He's holding down the fighters. You know, he's holding down ESPN Plus. They gave them extension. So, therefore, Turkey, would it work? I don't know. Hey, why don't you ask 50 Cent? Did it work? Why don't you ask Jay-Z, Rockefeller? Did it work? And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that's all I got. That's all I got on that.
All right, man. So moving on from Turkey, you know, good coverage on him for sure. Obviously, some more big news happened over the weekend involving Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, as the New York State Athletic Commission decided to uphold the draw and keep the scorecards as is. This is their ruling. This is what they said. So I say, in Friday's ruling, the commission said Roach's protest was denied because the bout continued for more than 3 full rounds after the referee's no knockdown call, and because the boxers necessarily adjusted to the referee's ruling. The referee's call was not outcome determinative. Following an extensive after-the-fact review of the footage of the 9th round, the most appropriate call would have been for the referee to determine that Mr. Davis' knee contacting the canvas constituted a knockdown. However, the determination of whether a knockdown occurred in that instance was within the discretion and authority of the referee. Such conjecture would be misplaced, in setting such a precedent. It is not viewed by the commission as guaranteeing a correct outcome retroactively or as in keeping with the best interest of boxing. What do you think of the committee's decision? Do you think they should have overturned it? Do you think they make the right call? Do you like their reasoning? Now that they've ruled, what do you think on the Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach, New York State Athletic Commission situation?
Well, you know what? I agree 100%. I told everyone that is considered a standard 8 count. He did take a knee. Barry Hearn even said in the corner, man, that looked like a submission. Well, but is it Tank fault? No. Is it Lamar Roach fault? No. It is none other than Steve Willis' fault, because he started counting and he stopped. Now, that's on the discretion of the referee. He looked at Tank Davis and seen that he wasn't hurt. A punch wasn't thrown. Let me say that loud and clear, because a lot of y'all try to prove to me that a punch was thrown. Yes, a punch wasn't thrown, but it wasn't landed. It didn't land. I still got the video. It did not land, and I got a great angle. He threw it out there, but it did not land. And then Tank looked around and took a knee. He looked like he didn't know what to do, but he took a knee, and that was it. Now, right reasoning and right call for the New York State Athletic Commission. So, therefore, it stands as a draw. And that's what it should have been. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to y'all haters. I know y'all hated that Tank didn't get no blemish on his record, because y'all was waiting. Y'all was waiting. I mean, y'all had all y'all phones. Y'all had the kids waiting. Y'all had everybody waiting. Y'all was on O.J. Simpson watch. That's what y'all want.
Don't forget, KQ, all the thumbnails was ready. The live streams was ready to get teed up. The videos was already shot. Don't forget that, boy. The articles were written. The tweets were already in the draft. They was ready to go off.
Man, they were ready to go. And then while all that's going on, there goes Turkey sneaking in the back door, damn it. Sneaking in the back door. You know, it amazes me. Now, I don't know if you had this on the agenda or not, but I said this last night. Terrence Crawford spoke out and said it should have been a knockdown. And then, of course, you know, they asked him in an interview, why you don't like Gervonta Davis? And I'm not trying to get out the subject, but why you don't like Gervonta Davis? Well, you know what? I don't know. It's just something about him. I just don't know. I just don't like him and everything. So I thought about it. And I'm like, well, maybe Shakur Stevenson, that's why he don't like him or whatever, right? And I said, no, that ain't why he don't like him. He don't like him because he is known, he has notoriety, and Terrence, you don't. They call you Kendrick Lamar, dumbass. Yes, you got the accolades. Okay, I give you that. Right? See, I'm saying things that they don't want to say. Yes, you are the undisputed once, twice, 3 times a damn lady. Whatever, I don't care. But one thing about it is you're not known. You can't sell. Can't just broke another record. You can't sell. That's why you don't like him. That's why Shakur don't like him. That's why Keyshawn don't like him. That's why Raymond Ford don't like him. That's why all the content creators don't like him. Because he got what y'all want him to have. And the ones that don't want it, they just hate him because who he is. You know, well, oh, how dare a 30-year-old be a millionaire over 2, 3 times? What he doing that I can't do? Well, you're boring. You got a fucking attitude. He got swagger. You don't. I don't have to go over all this. Y'all know this shit. So that's why. So Terrence, stop trying to be all nice and just tell the truth. All right? That's why you don't like him. Because he's doing things that you can't do. Everybody know who he is and nobody know who your ass is. All right? Unless they announce it. So please, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that. And I think they made the right decision, knockout. All right? I think they made the right decision and good for them. All right, and good for y'all asses. Now, of course, y'all act like if Tank would have called it a knockdown or whatever, a bad rule or whatever, y'all act like Tank would have ran off in the sunset, ran and hide, ran under the covers and hid, all that. No, he ain't Devin Haney. No. And you ain't gonna sit up here and tell me, and I don't know this on y'all Devin Haney fans. Y'all know damn well his jaw was broke. All right. Now, come to find out, it was fractured. Now, anybody's jaw look like they chewing jawbreakers, all right? It's fractured, okay? It's fractured. So, I'm just letting y'all know it was fractured, all right? That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I think
y'all hit the cash up. Y'all hit the like button for us. Man, we getting up Sunday mornings and y'all sitting up there just looking. Yeah. It's some good information and shit we giving y'all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, at least show your love. All right? We working hard.
100%. This is exactly as I predicted. I told everyone this is what they should rule, and this is what they more than likely will rule. The referee made a mistake. As I told people, that should have been counted a knockdown. He started counting. He should have never stopped. I said this Sunday morning when we did the morning after show. But I understand why they don't overturn it, because as I tried to inform people, whether or not you think, so it was 2 things, right? Whether or not you think Tank Davis was affected by a punch, or you think that it was a punch, or you think it was his hair, or you think something got in his eye, whatever it was, he took a knee, the ref started counting, he should have kept counting. 2 things people wanted was for it to be changed to a knockdown and automatically put the scorecards in Lamont Roach's favor, or to have Tank Davis disqualified for the corner activity. And people lied all week long saying that it's an automatic disqualification. As you can clearly see in the New York State Athletic Commission, they let it be known that all of that is at the discretion of the referee. So there is no automatic disqualification. He could choose to warn you, take a point, or disqualify you. If it's one low blow in a fight, he can disqualify you or take a point right there, or he can let you low blow somebody 10 times and then only warn you 10 times. If it's some corner activity, he could disqualify you on the spot. He could take a point. He can warn you. He has the sole discretion to determine all of that stuff in the ring. And so that's one thing that they ruled, to let it be known that for those of you that were lying about automatic this and automatic that, damn near nothing in boxing is automatic. People done get bitten in the ring before. People done had like all kind of crazy stuff happen. You know what I mean? Roger Mayweather jumped in the ring trying to punch Zab Judah in his face when he low blowed Floyd Mayweather. Nothing happened. So this idea that people had.
And Terrence Crawford took a knee with McGreen machine and knocked his ass down. And they
didn't really knock down. Yeah. So the overall point is that was just a lie perpetrated by some to try to push for a certain outcome and try to lie to the people. And it's disgusting what Dan Raphael Mike Coppinger, and then a lot of content creators were doing, supposed to know the rules, supposed to know how to cover this shit, and then just lying to people for a week straight, trying to get enough support for a certain outcome. That shit was disgusting, right? And then their reason for it, I agree with it wholeheartedly. As I told people, KQ, if it's ruled a knockdown, we don't know how they both respond to it. It's still 3.5 rounds left in the fight. So if Tank Davis know he got knocked down, maybe he goes even harder the rest of the fight. If Lamont Roach knows he got the knockdown, maybe he lets his foot off the gas. Or maybe Tank Davis implodes and he quits and he melts down. Maybe Lamont Roach fights even more confident. Yeah, and opens up.
And open up.
Yeah. So yeah, so their reasoning was the soundest of sound logics, because you don't know when something changes in the fight and something's missed in the fight, then that changes how people react to it. The only way, and I told people this, man, the only way that will be overturned is if that situation happened in the last 10 seconds of the fight and the fight was over with. So he takes a knee right at the last 10 seconds, that all that confusion caused, and then the fight is over and there's no more time left. Okay, now you have a case, because there was no more time left. There's nothing they could have changed. There's no rounds left. Okay, now you can talk about, okay, we need to overturn this. We might need to give Lamont Roach the victory because that determined the outcome of the fight, because it happened in the last few seconds of the fight. This happened in the 9th round with 3.5 rounds left. So they admitted the referee made a mistake, which I think was great. So everybody can say the referee made a mistake. But then they also stood by the rules and by the common sense that people are supposed to have. So I think they made the right ruling. I don't have an issue with it. Do you have anything else on that? Because Lamont Roach responded to it, and I want to get your thoughts on Lamont Roach's response. But do you have anything else on that?
Nothing but just that, well, go ahead, because I might run into what you about to say. So go ahead. All right.
No, okay. So what I was going to talk about next was the idea of Lamont Roach and what he said. So Lamont Roach he went bowling. He had a sign up when he went bowling, said smoking on that tank pack. And then he reacted on Twitter and on an interview. He says, look, I'm going to tell you all straight that I haven't sued anyone, which means nothing, which means not having a team. He said, I'm not going to sue anyone. He says, which means not having a team that doesn't pull the trigger for something that they know is wrong. They defended me, so all that lawsuit shit can be put aside. I'm not surprised by the New York State Athletic Commission's decision. I'm a little disappointed, yes, especially when he acknowledged the fact that Steve made the wrong decisions in the 9th round. But I wasn't counting on the fight being overturned. Everyone knows I won that fight, and I'm satisfied with that. What are your thoughts on his? And then he says, I have to work harder. I have to train harder. I have to be more ruthless. I have to be more physical. I have to do a lot. What's your thoughts on Lamont Roach's comments after the decision by the New York State Athletic Commission?
Well, I think that was a good statement. I think that was a good statement, what he said. And but see, he wasn't saying that at first, what he was thinking about it. He got a little cocky. All right. Y'all boy about to be 30-1. I mean, he got a little cocky, and and I'm quite sure that's not him talking. That was his team talking. That's what it was. And yes, he did go the distance with Tank. Yes, he did come up with a draw. So therefore, that automatically makes him a star. And now, of course, Tank is still undefeated. Devin Haney, he's clapping his heels. He's clapping his hands. Then he showed his record. How he's undefeated. And well, I don't mean to bring him up, but then we all seen you get your ass whooped from pillar to post. We saw you get dragged around by your feet in the damn ring about 5 times. Now, I don't know about y'all, but after 3 times, I'm not getting back up. All right? I'm going to lay my ass there. Why I keep getting up and getting beat down? All right? Oh, I'm sorry. He showed hard, right? Yeah, right. Okay? No, he showed that he's going to have a speech impediment, all right, in about 10 years. That's what he showed. So, but still in all, listen, this is only Devin. Of course, you got other fighters, and I couldn't say it no better than Jerron Ennis. Tank won that fight. Y'all just don't like Tank. That's just the bottom line. And that came from Jerron Ennis. You know, so shout out to Jerron Ennis. He finally told the truth on what other people are thinking in the back of their head, but they got to uplift their favorite fighter and make Bill Haney happy. So therefore, they got to say this and say that. So, but Joseph Jackson said, y'all happy by a draw? Yeah, I'm happy by a draw. Yes, I'm happy by a draw. Because it could have been worse. We know how boxing is. I've been watching boxing all my life. I've been watching boxing since it was a 2-belt era. And I know how crooked it is. I know how easy it is by letting people just waltz on in here and do what they want. Like Victor Conte, Turki Alalshikh, right? Well, I bet you won't do that in the NBA. I bet you won't do that in the NFL. I guarantee you won't do that in Major League Baseball. I guarantee. But boxing is the only sport will let you sit there and look behind the judge's back and also go and tell the fighter, knock on the cameras, hey, you're down. Come on. But then again, we are talking about Saudi Arabia, all right? So he do what he want to do over there. So if I was you all, you stay your ass in your own country. That's what it is. So
they can't do that. They can't do that because they can't get money over here like that. Don't nobody care about their fights. People care more about Tank Davis than people hate Tank Davis more than they love their favorite fighter. That's just a fact. But what Lamont Roach's comments, I like his comments.
Yeah. What was that? I missed his comments. Yeah.
I read them to you. He just basically said he was disappointed in the decision and all that. Yeah. So I like his comments. Partying and smoking on that tank pack. Like, bro, focus up and get back in the gym. What he said about being more ruthless, training harder. That's what I like to hear. That's the energy that I need him to come with. This victory lap for a draw. Everybody said I won the fight, man. It's just as many people saying that you lost the fight, bro. It's just as many people saying that it was a good fight. It was a close fight. Just as many people that are saying you won the fight. First of all, the majority of them, they just hate Tank Davis. You don't really have real fans for real, right? And then Tank Davis fans, a lot of them feel like he did enough to win the fight. So we want to see a rematch. We want to see it ran back. And I already know how Tank Davis is coming, right? You could tell that he wanted it immediately. He hasn't been on Twitter since he said, say no more. I'm pushing for the rematch. Lamont Roach tweeted out part 2 on Thursday. So by all intents and purposes, it looks like based on the behavior and the words of the fighters, we're getting this rematch. So I want Lamont Roach fully focused. I want him to go out and try to prove that this wasn't just a one-time thing. Just like I want Tank Davis to prove that it was a one-time thing. This is a big moment in both of their careers. The world is at both of their feet. Let's see who come out on top. But I need him. I need everybody that's taking a victory lap to take a step back and chill, bro. Like this is over with. And he didn't do enough to win the fight, bro. Just like Loma, it was a close fight. And since there's a lot of Devin Haney fans in the chat, it's a close fight just like Devin Haney and Lomachenko, bro. 7-5 either way, could have been scored a draw. It is what it is, bro. Run that shit back. The difference between this situation and the other situation is there's some controversy surrounding a knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took that should have been called a knockdown. All in all, though, it was still a close-ass fight that needs to be ran back, win, lose, or draw on either side so we can get some clarity. So I do like Lamont Roach's comments. I don't know if I necessarily like him and his team. Oh, we won in the eyes of the public. We the people's champ. We everybody's saying that we won the fight. No, they're not, bro. And if you acting like you already won, you still got work to do. And I got to say this too. Lamont Roach is mad that people are saying he's suing. No one's saying you're suing, but you did hire lawyers. And you did petition the New York State Athletic Commission. And my issue with that was, why didn't he hire that lawyer and petition the WBA for an immediate rematch? Like, you're hiring lawyers, you filing paperwork. Why don't you file paperwork to the WBA to mandate an immediate rematch and order negotiations between you and Tank Davis immediately? Why didn't you do that, bro? That's the problem that I have. The biggest problem I have with Lamont Roach in this situation is petition the WBA, bro, for a rematch. So we'll see what he does and how this unfolds. But we get to find out a lot about these fighters, man. Is Tank really the demon? really the dog that everybody thinks he is. Because if he is, he's going to respond to this the right way. If he's not, and there's something going mentally inside of him, and he truly is 1 foot in and 1 foot out, it's going to show in this fight. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how it unfolds, man. But overall, man, I'm glad that the New York State Athletic Commission situation is behind everybody, and maybe now we can get to having real conversations about pushing for this rematch, getting them to negotiate an immediate rematch. We don't want to fight in between for either fighter. All these fighters like Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, stop talking about y'all want Lamont Roach now, and that's Tank's work, bro. That's Tank's work. You know what I mean? Like stop all this extra shit about wanting to fight him now because he done got a name off of Tank and shit. Now you want him to what? Run off on Tank and fight you instead? Nah, bro. Go take your matchroom contract, Shakur, and fight whoever the hell Eddie Hearn can find for you since he ain't got Turkey no more. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's all I got on it. But let me get to this question for you. So now that Turkey is gone, will Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya be able to make a big fight without him? Eddie Hearn has Shakur Stevenson. Eddie Hearn has Jerron Boots in this. What is he going to do now that Turkey is not funding his operation anymore? And where does that leave Shakur Stevenson, in your opinion? Will he be able to secure a big fight for Shakur Stevenson in his next fight? Will he get that Zepeda fight? Will Oscar and Eddie come together to make that fight? Or will Zepeda go do something else? What's your thoughts on the career of Shakur right now that Turkey is taking his money away from Eddie Hearn? Will Shakur go follow Turkey to TKO Promotions? What's going to happen now that Eddie Hearn is kind of left back on the island? And we know once Eddie is left on the island, he can't get nobody fights. He couldn't get Andrade no fights. He couldn't get Devin Haney no fights. So what do you think that leaves Shakur Stevenson and Jerron Boots is moving forward with Eddie Hearn being the one trying to make, work on their behalf?
That's a good question. And I don't have a good answer because I know Eddie, he would find him a fight. But is that the fight you want to see? Will he be fighting top caliber fighters? Keep in mind, he are putting together Chris Eubanks and Conor Benn. Chris Eubanks and Conor Benn, 2 different weight classes, and he is promoting that fight. Now, we know how fighters turn out over Eddie. Eddie is pretty much a snake. I mean, that's what he is. And now, I'm not going to say this is what Shakur get for signing with Eddie, because he didn't have no other choice, because he doesn't sell over here. So he want a little bag. He want a little money. He got a daughter. I understand that. I get that. But if you want to be the best, you must fight the best. That's all about it. Now, you can't say that about Tank. Because Tank tried to do that. Everybody had something to do. And guess what? Lamont Roach was the only one that came out shining. He came out shining. All right? So, therefore, I mean, I don't know what's next for Shakur Stevenson. Because, first of all, he got to take care of them hands. He got to get them hands checked out. So, he's not going to be fighting no way soon. So, therefore, he got to get them hands and paws taken care of before you go in there and fight anybody else. Now, as far as knockouts, I'm sorry, Shakur fans, you ain't going to see no knockouts. All right? I think his career is over with when it comes to knockouts. All right? I'm sorry. Unless he get a bionic arm or some shit, right? But you ain't going to see no knockouts. Okay? I'm sorry. That just ain't going to happen. He's a great defensive fighter, and he's going to have to make the best of it. He's going to have to make the best of it. And he's not that great where you sell and things like that to pretty much come back over here and be a big star. That ain't going to happen. So, Eddie, he don't know the demographics, just like Turkey, of the United States of America. I always said this, 10, 15 fights, that's not good, okay? That's not good. People think a lot means great. No. The biggest card in Riyadh season, it was only good 2, maybe 3 fights on there that I liked. So, I'm sorry. It's not. Shakur Stevenson, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you because Jay Prince, he gave you probably advice because he's your manager, but he really ain't paying attention to you. He paying attention to mob ties. He got honeycomb breezy problems. He trying to dodge bullets, him and his son, Junior. So I don't know. I don't know what Shakur gonna do. I really don't.
So hopefully,
yeah, stop listening to Bud Crawford. That's one thing you need to do.
Hopefully, KQ. So the stuff you said about Jay Prince is interesting, right? Jay Prince always points his fighters in the direction of high guarantees because he gets a piece of that. When they fight on pay-per-view, managers don't get a piece of that back end money. Managers and trainers, they get paid off of your guaranteed purse. And so that's why a lot of managers and promoters don't necessarily like their fighters dealing with Al Heyman and Premier Boxing Champions, because what he's found out is a way to keep managers out of fighters' pockets by playing a low upfront guarantee, getting the managers and trainers their money out of that low guarantee. Then the fighter gets a lot of money on the back end and gets to keep their money. So Jay Prince is paying attention, but that's why he's directing Shakur to go sign. That's why his fighters go to Top Rank first, because Top Rank pays a lot of guarantees, huge guarantees. And when Shakur is a free agent, where did he send them to? He sent them over to the Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, who also pays a lot of guarantees and pays big money, because that means Jay Prince makes more money as well if his fighter is getting more of a guaranteed purse. So he's paying attention, KQ. He's just paying attention and doing what's in his best interest and not necessarily the best interest of the fighter that he's managing. But as far as Shakur Stevenson, I'm told, and I stand on this, Shakur is claiming that he has one fight left on this deal with Eddie Hearn. I'm told that he has multiple fights left on this deal with Eddie Hearn. Now, I
heard 10. Somebody said 10. You know,
no, I don't think he has 10. I'm told it's 2 or 3. But hopefully he's telling the truth. The problem is it wouldn't be the first time he lied about something. So we'll see if he's telling the truth or if he's lying. But the quicker that he can get away from Eddie Hearn and become a free agent again, so he can actually go after the fights that he claims he wants, the better it's going to be for his career. And now that it's all come to fruition, I told Shakur Stevenson, and I told his fans, man, like, bro, he went somewhere where they have no fighters for him. If Eddie Hearn doesn't have Turkey, if he doesn't have Golden Boy, who does he have for Shakur Stevenson to fight? He doesn't have anybody other than like an Andy Cruz or maybe a Maxie Hughes. He doesn't have any 135-pound fighters in his stable, which is why I always thought the Matchroom move was a bad move, because that move puts you in the hands of other promoters anyway. So you might as well just go deal directly with those promoters. But his fans called me a hater and told me I didn't know what I was talking about. But now fast forward, one fight into his deal, he got Padley, which was a fight that Turkey got for him. He got he had the Cordina fight before he got hurt, which was a fight that Turkey got for him. He had the Schofield fight before he got hurt, before Schofield pulled out, and that was another fight that Turkey got for him. Well, now Eddie has to do his job. Who will he be able to get Shakur Stevenson in the ring with? Because he tried to negotiate the Williams-Zepeda fight. That shit fell through. He couldn't get Zepeda to take the fight. So who is he going to have for him now that Eddie has to go out there and make the fights himself? It's a bigger issue here that people don't want to talk about. Hell, KQ, the big fight that we got in April at the 147-pound division, Jerron Boots Ennis and Imantas Stanionis, that unification right there, that's Turkey putting up the money so that he can finally get one of Eddie's fighters, Jerron Ennis, a goddamn fight. And we were talking about Turkey earlier, and I'm going to tell you this, man. These fighters better hope he doesn't come in and pull funding from some of these cards that he's got now that he has his TKO promotion shit going on, man. Because he could come back in. He can come back in and say, look, this shit got to be TKO promotions, or we just going to throw the card off. I'm not putting up the money for this shit no more. Good luck to y'all. So guys,
he did it before. He did it in Africa. So why not here?
Yeah. So this is a big deal. And, you know, everyone loves to talk about Tank. Everyone wants to cover Tank Davis. I get it. Huge name. He's the one that drives views. He's the one that drives viewership and comment, fan engagement and shit like that. But a big story right now is what's going to happen to those promoters and those fighters that were dependent on Turkey for fights. What are those promoters going to do now? Like, how are they going to get fights now? And will Turkey take cards like the Fatal Fury card? I don't think that's going anywhere because he announced that card and had that press conference after he already knew the TKO deal was done. But cards like the Jerron Boots in this one, cards like that Devin Haney Ryan Garcia rematch, cards that he might have had planned for some of these promoters in 2026, and these 5 versus 5 cards and all that shit. Y'all better start making other plans.
Yeah,
you better start making other plans, because Turkey is on his way out the door on y'all ass if you're paying attention. So y'all let me know what you think though, man. Do you think that Eddie and Shakur and Jerron Ennis and Top Rank and Frank Warren and Golden Boy, do you think that they'll be able to step up and do their job again, since they've been holding Turkey's hand for about 2 years now? Now that they're on their own and they got to make fights, do you think they'll be able to do that, man?
You know, they're gonna have to. They don't have no other choice. That or get shut down, because Turkey, he come to try to take all their money out that he gave them. He calling in his card. He calling in his loan. That's what he's doing. See, everybody took money from Turkey. Everybody took money, and like I told everybody, all money ain't good money. And now he calling in his card and funding. And you already seen Bivol. You know, hey, look here. Who scratched your back? Who scratched your back when you needed scratching? Okay, then you gotta look out for me. I'll look out for you. You know, so he's that type of guy. You know, so and also that Ryan Garcia card and Devin Haney card. Of course, they fighting in Times Square. Okay, now they having issues with that fight. A lot of people don't even know that. They're having issues with it. Why? Because the police department, they don't have enough manpower. They don't have enough manpower to cover that much ground and overtime. The fire department, that's a fire hazard, right? Then you got the merchants, right? We got to shut down our store right here in the middle of Times Square for what? So this is why I say Turkey always want to make fights, a million miles away, a year away. And don't hold your breath with that Turkey, with that Terrence Crawford fight either. All right? Don't hold your breath with that one. So you know, and one thing about it is, it's an asinine damn way to put on a fight. And I keep telling everybody, just because you give away a truck, you give away a free trip, you get with old M&M old ass, that's not boxing. Give me a beer, a hot dog. Give me a beer and a hot dog, and I'm good.
You don't want to see the concert, man? You ain't messing with the concert, man. You ain't trying.
I didn't come there for that. No.
You ain't trying to see the 8-hour, 9-hour fight card, bro. You don't like that?
Man, hell no. I was telling everybody the other day, that Riyadh season card, right? My ass was sweating sitting in this damn chair for an hour. Shit, I got up, the damn chair got up with me. I was sweating like a mother.
Yeah. Wifey and kids tapping on my shoulder and shit. Like, it's Saturday, okay? Like, we gotta walk the dog. We got shit to do. We can't be running around. You can't be sitting in front of this TV from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on goddamn Saturday, man.
Man. People thought I was goddamn crazy. You know, man, I'm like, man, you still sitting there? My girl in the chat said she did laundry. She went grocery shopping. She got her hair done. It came back. I'm still calling fights, right? I'm like, oh man.
You know, Miss KO like brunch. They fucked up her brunch, man. Messed up her brunch appointment, man. We trying to go get some mimosas, some chicken and waffles and stuff. We can't go get no brunch, man, out here, man. Can't go on our Costco run. Can't do nothing. We gotta sit here in front of this damn TV all day, man. Hey, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then you turn around and do 45,000 pay-per-view buys. Oh my God, I was mad, man. I was mad, man.
That was a card of the century, man. You know what I'm talking about? That was a card of the century. Don't tell nobody, but Benavidez and Morrell made more money than the card of the century. Don't tell nobody I told you that, though. don't tell nobody I told you that Benavidez and Morrell generated more revenue than Better Beef and Bivol and Shakur and Joshua Bawasi and Callum Smith and all that, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then here come Tank fighting and broke their record. You know,
Yeah.
he broke that in shit. I don't know, in about 5 minutes. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And so I did want to ask you though, as we get ready, we got 10 minutes left. One more thing I wanted to ask you about. Keyshawn Davis got called out on FaceTime by Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos jumped on his FaceTime like, what's happening? What's up? Like, what we doing? Now, first of all, do you think that's a good fight? I know the answer to that question is yes. But do you think that the call for Keyshawn to fight Edwin De Los Santos from Shakur Stevenson is going to be loud as Shakur Stevenson was calling for Tank Davis to fight Edwin De Los Santos, and also Shakur fans who were saying Tank need to fight Edwin. Shakur beat Edwin. Tank need to fight Edwin. Do you think they'll keep that same energy and call for Keyshawn Davis to accept the call out and accept the fight of Edwin De Los Santos, bro? What do you think of that?
Well, no, they're not. I mean, even though De Los Santos was hurt and active when Tank was free or whatever, and now that Shakur brother, all right, his not blood brother, not a mud brother. I mean, somebody he met leaving the amateurs. That's who he's talking about. Well, no, they're not gonna keep that same energy. They're not gonna keep that same energy because see, they know that Keyshawn is better than Shakur. Because you don't have to look for Keyshawn. Keyshawn gonna be right there in your face. He's gonna be right there. So therefore, it's a better fight, I think. And I think that De Los Santos, that would be, you get a chance to see more of De Los Santos. Now, of course, Shakur Stevenson, they want Tank to fight him. Why? Because they want Tank to be at a disadvantage some way, somehow. Now, of course, Tank showed that he had a chance when Lamar Roach, because they keep showing that one little clip. That one little clip when he got hit and he got off balance. But he got right back into the pocket. Well, that shows you he had a chance.
Yeah, they swear I'm glad you said that, KK. They swear he was hurt, though.
Man,
they swear he was hurt, though. And they make and the thing is, you people ain't looking at all of the shots that he landed. He was more accurate throughout the fight. He landed more power shots. He threw like 200 less punches. There's a lot of room for improvement from him. And I don't know if Lamont Roach can fight that much better. But hey, man, I just can't wait for the rematch. But about Keyshawn Davis and Edwin De Los Santos, here's my thoughts. And you let me know if you disagree or if you agree with me. I think that these other champions right now are acting like the champions acted around Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds, right? And that is, they're all fighting like Billy Joe Saunders. He wouldn't fight anybody. He just was holding on to that belt because he knew Canelo was trying to come get it. Caleb Plant, he wouldn't fight anybody. He was holding on to that belt because he knew Canelo was coming to get it. Same with Callum Smith. And as a result, by the time Canelo got to him, those dudes might have been good fighters, but they didn't have experience. And while Canelo wasn't fighting who we wanted to see him fight, he was fighting better competition than them. And by the time he got to them, they weren't ready for him. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people are banking on Tank losing to Lamont Roach in a rematch. A lot of people are banking on Tank not bouncing back from a bad performance. But you have to be careful because while Tank Davis is fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach and his team is already in negotiations with Lomachenko, Keyshawn Davis is fighting Denise Berencic and Shakur Stevenson is fighting Josh Padley. These boys better start getting in the ring, getting some real bump, getting some real competition, because if they don't, and Tank does come out on the other side of this like I expect him to, and he puts on a great performance and it gets back to business as usual, not only is he a very talented and very skilled fighter, he's gaining valuable experience that will help him prepare for those fighters, while those fighters are sitting around here fighting guys that have no shot against them, just waiting on the Tank Davis payday. So them boys better get to it. Keyshawn Davis, if he's who he says he is, then Edwin De Los Santos fight, not only is it a good fight, it's a fight to prepare you for guys like Gervonta Tank Davis. And take Tank Davis out of it, you got two champions at 140, which Keyshawn Davis will be there pretty soon in his career. You got Gary Antoine Russell and Alberto Pollo. Those are two southpaw champions. that Edwin De Los Santos can help you get ready for as you move your career forward. So these dudes better start getting in the ring with real rec, getting in the ring with real competition, because Lamont Roach is somebody that's a problem now, that showed that he's better than a lot of us thought he was. And if Tank gets through the other side of that, that is only going to make him a better fighter. So Keyshawn, fight Edwin De Los Santos if you can fight Edwin De Los Santos. Straight up. Shakur, if you can get in that bitch with Williams Zepeda, fight Williams Zepeda, bro. Y'all better start taking on some real competition, because you keep on fighting these dudes y'all been fighting. By the time you get to Tank, you're not going to be ready. And he's only getting sharpened. He's only getting better. And if he beats Lamont Roach in a rematch, it's going to make him even more resolute. Not only will it make him a bigger star, it'll make him a better fighter. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And then the last thing, and then I'll pass it to UKQ. I think that people forget, and you and I spoke on this briefly before too. They forget that the only all-time great fighter that we know from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s that went undefeated were guys like Floyd Mayweather and guys like Andre Ward. And when I say undefeated, I mean with no draw on their record. I'm counting the draw, right? But those fighters still had controversial fights. There was a time that people thought Andre Ward was overhyped because of how he looked in the first Kovalev fight, and he had to overcome it, and he had to bite down, and he had to come back and perform. There was a times that people thought Floyd Mayweather might be overrated after the first Jose Luis Castillo fight. Kazaki's another one. Good call, Big Supreme. My bad. So guys gotta just let the story play out, man. Is what I'm telling y'all, because a draw or a close fight, it'll make a good fighter maybe get exposed, or maybe he'll show that he's not as good as you think he is. But what a close fight or a controversial fight does to a great fighter is it can wake them up and make them even more of a beast than they were going into that situation. So for those of y'all praying on Tank's downfall, you better hope you're right and that he was overrated. He is a hype job. He's not as good as we thought he was, because if he is and he bounces back from this, it's only going to make it more difficult for the other people that he fights moving forward. So I think that's something that needs to be said. I don't think that's something that people are talking about enough. And also, I think he's already showing it mentally, because the moment that the fight was over, he said he wanted the rematch immediately, KQ, and he said it might not be next because they already had other plans. But then by Monday, he was saying, fuck them plans. I'm fighting Roach. I ain't fuck all them plans y'all talking about. I got to go get this back. So he's already showing the mentality of somebody that don't like to lose and somebody that's coming to get dudes and coming to prove himself again. So we'll see how this plays out. But I do think those points need to be made, because I think a lot of people are focused on the draw and the New York State Athletic Commission, and focusing on how good of a dog that Lamont Roach is showing himself to be. But what about the guy who actually has everything to lose, still willing to be putting it on the line? Because with a draw, he could easily just walk away from Lamont Roach and go on about his business. But the fact that he's going straight back to it, people need to give that young man his respect, because a lot of y'all favorite fighter didn't do this. A guy that a lot of y'all support, he didn't move like this after what happened to him.
You ain't lying. Yeah.
So just remember that about your favorite, whoever you remember, and it could be Shakur or it could be Devin. Shakur didn't go back. He didn't go back and get back with Edwin after that trash ass performance. He acting like he didn't need to go get that back. He didn't go back. And Devin didn't go straight back to Ryan. He tried to sue that man. Yeah. This is how you handle shit, man. And so the fact that some of y'all trying not to respect it shows that you just haters, man, and you ain't really with the sport. You ain't really with the sport like that, bro. Y'all should be. You can not like that young man, but you should be saluting the attitude of trying to go get that shit back immediately. Right. But instead, y'all want to focus on bullshit, which is something I don't understand. But go ahead, KQ. You can close this out, man. It's almost about that time, man.
Okay. Well, I didn't have too much more, but yeah. At first, I was like, listen, Lamont Roach was talking kind of slick and everything. I'm like, okay, well, look, he gave you life-changing payday, right? You know what, Tank? F him. Don't get him a rematch. Forget that, But then again, you got to prove something. You got to prove and get your get back. And I'm glad he's doing that. And he's doing it immediately. He's not wasting time. You know, so that's how you do it. Get your rebound. Floyd did it. You know, so Andre Ward did it. I mean, you got to do it. You know, so I ain't mad at it. All right.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, KQ. And the last thing I say to you on it is this too, man. Like the other thing about it is maybe Tank is overrated and he gets exposed. Or maybe he's still a great fighter, but it's like Shane Mosley and Vernon Forrest, and Shane just couldn't beat Vernon, but he was able to beat a lot of other great fighters, right? Like maybe that's what Tank is, where it's like, okay, he's not Floyd Mayweather great, or he's not Andre Ward great, but maybe he's not great at all. Maybe he just can't beat Lamont Roach, but he goes on to beat everybody else. Maybe he can't beat Lamont Roach, but he can beat Shakur, but he loses to Keyshawn. Maybe he beats Lamont Roach, but then loses to Shakur. Or maybe he beats Lamont Roach, beats Shakur, beats Keyshawn, beats them all after this. We don't know. But the fact that he's willing to go try to do it and he's making it happen when he doesn't have to,
right.
I think people need to give that young man his respect, because if it was anybody else, y'all would be giving him their respect. And I think that needs to be said. And that's all I got. KQ, take care of your teeth, brother. I hope you're feeling good. I know you'll be live on Wednesday. For me, everybody, I'll be live tomorrow night at 7:30. Y'all know we dropping daily content. I got some videos coming y'all way later today that I'm about to shoot right now. So y'all be on the lookout for that. KQ, I appreciate you, big dog. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to you and salute to everybody. Everybody keep your head on a swivel, and I will see you all next week. All right. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.